Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the fate of the Martin County Animal Shelter is worrying rescue organizations. And people in Bell County are getting calls from so-called police agencies, but not all is what it seems. Plus, a bus crash left many Floyd County parents afraid for their children's lives Tuesday morning. We'll have more information on that straight ahead.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 5:30 on Wednesday, May the 1st. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning. The beginning of this week has been nice, but if you have weekend plans, you're going to want to pay attention to our favorite weatherman, Brandon, as he breaks down what could be a soggy weekend. Brandon?
Could be, especially as we head toward the Derby. We've got the Knott County Trail Ride this weekend. Got a lot of things going on locally, so let's take a look this morning. First, you'll see outside WYMT, things are pretty quiet. But just a touch of fog there in the distance. A few clouds this morning. Otherwise, the big story once again, the temperatures 50s, 60s, and 70s, depending on where you are. Valley's a little cooler across the region, a lot of warm air. Nashville close to 70, Louisville, Memphis into the 70s. A little warmer here, or almost the same temperature here in Hazard as it is in Myrtle Beach down to the south. So again, another nice day, another mild day. 85 for a forecast high this afternoon. Record high at Jackson is 88. We'll have the rest of the forecast coming up here in just a few minutes. Will?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Well, some people in Bell County are getting calls from so-called police agencies asking if they would send donations. But police say it's not as innocent as it may seem. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds talks to police about why they say you should just hang up and report the calls.
337-248-269. These are partial phone numbers local to Bell County that people started getting calls from the last few days.
A lot of times that's a tactic, to try to solicit from a more personal level, even though it's not.
It's what scammers are using while targeting the Bell County area. Scammers ask for donations to go towards police agencies.
If they're legitimate, they will send you a brochure.
And I didn't see the posting on Facebook till after I'd had the call.
But the obvious script the callers were using sounded oddly familiar, and not one from police agencies.
But I knew it was telemarketers or something that had received that type of training because I'd done it before about 20 years ago.
And the training stopped him from being the scammer's latest victim.
I asked several times for them to send me something in the mail so I could make a decision because I'd be very interested in supporting the police. When the guy told me they didn't mail anything out, I just told him, have a good day, bye-bye. Hung up.
Press 1 to be removed from our calling list.
Goodbye. Police advice: never give any information over the phone because you never know how much information you could actually be giving out to would-be scammers. In Bell County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Police say if you suspect you are a victim of this scam, contact your local law enforcement to report the incident. A grand jury will hear a Laurel County assault case. Police arrested Charles Ray Vanover last week. Police say it started as a fight that led to one man needing medical attention for injuries to his head, back, and face. Yesterday, a judge kept Vanover's bond at $100,000 cash. The grand jury will decide whether to indict him. A traffic stop led police to drugs and 3 people being arrested. Investigators say the stop happened near Highway 1534 and Old Cross Road in Bell County. They arrested Michael Ayers, Amanda Beeler, and Travis Ward. All 3 face drug charges. Inside the car, police say they found meth, syringes, and other items. A scary moment for some parents in Floyd County yesterday morning. A crash involving 3 vehicles, including a school bus, happened on Highway 114 around 7:45. Prestonsburg police say a vehicle stopped in front of the bus and the bus hit it, causing the first vehicle to hit a third vehicle. 7 students were on the bus at the time. The bus driver was not hurt. The students were taken to a local hospital for precautionary measures. No one in the other 2 vehicles were taken to the hospital. The fate of the Martin County Animal Shelter is worrying rescue organizations this morning. Before Stray Hearts Animal Rescue took over, the shelter frequently euthanized animals after a 5-day holding. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher talked with officials to learn why that may not be the case this time around.
Peaceful and quiet. 2 words not typically associated with an animal shelter.
Anything that we can do to help our county out and help the animals out.
Right now, the animal shelter in Martin County is empty. Tuesday is the last day for Stray Hearts Animal Rescue's contract.
There's a lot of animals that come in every day, and it's hard for one person who is also a county maintenance employee.
Now, Cynthia McGinnis with Hillbilly Paul's Animal Rescue is worried officials will kill dogs after their 5-day holdings.
Animals were put down all the time. Nobody even attempted to make any efforts to find them homes.
However, District 5 Magistrate Victor Sloan says there is no reason to worry.
We still want to continue to be a no-kill shelter, and if that doesn't work out, it would be a last resort that we would turn back to a kill shelter.
Sloan says they hope to work with the rescue organizations in the county to continue to run as a no-kill shelter.
And our hopes is that we'll still be able to continue to work with the two organizations that's here in the county that would allow folks to still come up and rescue these dogs.
Keeping the dogs safe to find their forever homes. In Martin County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Today is the first day the county will control the shelter. Right now, there are no animals on the shelter's property. Yesterday, U.S. News and World Report released their top high schools in the state of Kentucky, and one right here in the mountains made the top 5. Pikeville High School came in at 5th among schools from northern and western Kentucky. The rankings are based on things like advanced placement courses, math and reading proficiency, and graduation rate. Principal Jason Boer says he is excited and encouraged about the future.
We're not on a level playing field amongst the top 5. And so really when you look at it that way, those top 2 are magnet schools, and we're ranked number 5 amongst all schools. That is a really, really great ranking for our school system.
Boer says he will not be content until the school is number 1. Now also in the top 25 here in the mountains, Southwestern and Pulaski County came in at 15th. Pulaski County High School ranked 15th, while Hazard High School rounded out the group at number 25. To view a full list, head on over to our website, WYMT.com. The University of Kentucky is becoming a smart campus. Starting in the fall, incoming freshmen will be given an iPad Air. The $1.5 million addition is part of Kentucky's 3-year plan to improve graduation rates. President Eli Capilouto says the iPads limit some of the obstacles for new students. A hidden gem in Letcher County may soon be remodeled. Fish Pond Lake is a small lake in Letcher County that was built back in the 1960s. County officials say though this property is full of beauty, making a few changes will hopefully bring in more tourists.
You know, riding your bicycle, running, walking, kayaking, canoeing. I mean, there's so many opportunities here. So we're hoping that in order to improve Fish Pond and be able to really showcase that, we can welcome people from all over here to Letcher County.
Howard says the new overlook decks, grills, and fire pits will be added to the RV park by the end of May. The Putney Ranger Station was a home for the protectors of the mountains for years. Rangers would watch for wildfires right here in our mountains. In recent years, time has taken its toll on the building, but a group of volunteers, magistrates, and city officials have been working to restore it. But to truly give you a sense of what the building was like, WYMT's Connor James sat down with the daughter of an iconic ranger from the post as she reflects on the history behind the structure.
Even after decades of decay, this structure still stands guard. In its prime, locals would call it a palace of sorts.
Yes, totally a castle.
It was definitely a castle to Nancy Lawson. She moved there when her father took over as ranger.
We left a small home in Cumberland, and I thought I was a princess moving to a castle. This place was, it's absolutely beautiful at that time.
Her dad, Astor Halcombe, kept a watchful eye on the mountains while Nancy admired the beauty.
The double fireplace, oh, it was gorgeous.
Obviously, this structure has slowly fell victim to Mother Nature and Father Time.
It makes me sad. It really makes me sad to come into it now because I knew what it was like.
The ceiling leaking, the floors and walls in rough shape, but the memories of this place are why many are working to restore it.
It was just a real paradise here for us.
And although Nancy says she would love to see the beauty restored, there's a more powerful meaning behind it.
And that's what this place was about. This was about the men and women that served here.
Honoring the legacy of those who risked their lives and those who even lost theirs to keep these mountains safe. In Harlan County, Connor James, WYMT Mountain News.
Got to preserve our past at all measures. This Saturday, there is an event called Wild Pine Mountain at the Harlan County Shrine Ground in Putney. The event celebrates Pine Mountain and those working on restoring the ranger station. Hopes this brings attention to it. We have all the information surrounding that over on WYMT.com. Well, Tuesday evening, the men and women in Perry County who worked to make the community a better place without expecting anything in return were celebrated for their sacrifices. At the Hazard Perry County Chamber of Commerce Civic Night, 14 different individuals and organizations received awards ranging from Young Woman of the Year to the Community Impact. Survivor winner and Eastern Kentucky native Nick Wilson was the keynote speaker at the event. He says even while competing on the show, he always thought of the mountains and the great people that make this place home.
As an Appalachian, as somebody from southeastern Kentucky, I feel like in Appalachia we have such a huge sense of community and a sense of pride and a sense of helping one another in our community.
The Hazard Perry County Chamber of Commerce Civic Night is a yearly event. You can look for this story on our website. Well, just ahead on Mountain News this morning, Marvel fans are taking their endgame hype to new extreme.
The rain chances will start to go up the deeper into the week we get, and a few rumbles of thunder can't be ruled out either. On the latest forecast, about 3 minutes.